did they know? Did my grandmother know of the fault in the skip drives as well, and if so, when?
Taking credit for someone else's genius? Can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, that might be for the equation. The complete equation. Both look as though they have been traced.
First nice thing the Sovereign's done for us.
Please input this equation in the skip lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, we're about to go downstairs and do that right now. Breadcrumbs? Yeah, it's like the bad guy who always explains his reasoning at the end of the movie. Let's just lay out my whole plan in one fell swoop. Give the good guy time to figure out a way to defeat me. Fuck that. Boom boom, problem solved. No more good guy. Here. That led me back out over here. I can put the equation in here. Initiate test. Looks good from my house.
Was starting to swim for a moment there.
Did I not make it? Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta redo that again. I do. Holy shit. Gotta face one of those mechs again. Any weak points, and I have the wrong thing attached. Oh, missed. Damn it, get up there. What did that just do? I really wish I knew what that just did. Well, I don't care what it did because I'm skipping past that fight. You keep shooting at me, buddy.
seal the hangar before we're noticed.
Crew Science Command. Deck 2 contains the Rift Modulator. Consoles like on Deck 3. Well, we are on Deck 1. We need to gain access to the hangar first. There is no reason for a sneak weapon on this ship. We are here to cause problems. JK. I mean, it has dropped significantly. I checked yesterday. It was maintaining 35 to 40,000 a day on Steam alone. I don't know about the rest, but it was, rising slowly, and it had been maintaining like 35, 40,000 a day on Steam. And the day they made the announcement, it plummeted. And since then, it's been between 8 and 12,000 per day, and that's it. So, yeah, they lost 30,000 users overnight with that announcement. So, there are definitely still thousands of people playing the game. And there are definitely still people who are going to be able to get hundreds of hours of entertainment out of it. I'm sure there's a lot of people playing on Xbox and PlayStation. But it definitely... Which is the same thing that happened to Anthem, it'll just, all the multiplayer people are going to go off and go somewhere else. Like, I've seen a ton of videos on YouTube already of people going, where's our next home? And they were like exclusively New World content creators, which goes back to the number one lesson I gave in my series on how to become a content creator and streamer. That's one of the reasons why you never go all in on a single game, and you should absolutely become a variety content creator and a variety streamer, because if that shit happens, it happened to WildStar, it happened to Anthem, it happened to this, and if you've put all your eggs in one basket, then you have to hope your community goes with you to the next game. It's tricky. Yeah, there's still, I would estimate there's probably still a good 40,000 people, 30 to 50,000 people playing between all the platforms. There's still quite a, and which is why they're keeping the shop open. If you notice, you can still buy the game, you can still use the cash shop, you can still do all that stuff. You just can't, there's no future content planned. But the fact that they're leaving the cash store open goes to show you that there's still plenty of people that are going to be playing and contributing to the ongoing, it'll be enough to keep the few employees left paid. It's not dead yet, Jim.
Looks like the cavalry's just rolled in.
That's our cavalry. I love the music as our forces land. Tin Can, the proficient purveyor of provisions. Love it.
If you must replace lost equipment, please submit proof of punishment. Please make a request. Displaying inventory.
Okay, we got goodies. Nothing that I'm gonna want, but I'm good. I wonder if this is legitimately the music playing on this ship, or if it's just the music that is playing while we're boarding the ship. Because if this is the music that these guys listen to every day, these poor assholes.
Greetings, unscrupulous criminal element. Please note that by this unit acknowledges that the concept of pay may be strange and alarming. Please note that theft will result in punishments that are infinitely more strange and alarming.
Crimea River bot boy. I do not know where I need to go.
Please keep any and all fluids leaking from your body from staining the floor. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Doctor-patient confidentiality is currently enabled. Forgetting complete. Note.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the trauma kits just in case. Alright, we have got to find a lift. Lift transport, this is what I'm looking for. Oh, I need access. Unless you find another way to gain entry. Well, look at there, a lucky hatch. Fuck you. I need engineering. Well, it's not going to be that hatch. Lucky or not, I don't have engineering to get past that. So, I still need a key card.
Tell me we're not going to just go right. That's not the plan. Right, Commander?
I don't have the security to shut that down either. Oh, come on now. Oh, dude, get out of the way. What is still shooting at us? I gotta go up those stairs. Yeah, stuff we've never seen before. Capabilities that just shouldn't be theoretically possible, at least with technology you're familiar with. Uh-oh. Did this get sent back from a previous... Oh, hello. Wrong weapon. I wonder if this machine is sent back from the order. And we're gonna find out later. Still haven't found any cards.
I can read and look for those access credentials if you want to do a photo fight. Sneaking around's always an option too. Anyway, the modulator has got to be on this deck. We should poke around, but quiet-like. See what information we can uncover.
Hackable with no hack. Well, I'm back where I ended up. However, yeah. Oh, we're on the science deck. She's...
Are you actually authorized? Come here a moment. Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder
These are order
aboard.
scientists.
I suppose that could be you. Forgive
Right?
me.
Or is that the
I'm still a
protectorate
little addled
symbol?
from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off
No,
an
these are...
alarm,
Okay, these are
okay?
protectorate. No, don't set off an alarm. Why would an intruder be re-experienced? Of course not. Where's the modulator?
You've been reviewing our experiments. I hope I'm not being replaced. I specifically went to mental refreshment to avoid that. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the rift chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked. Security's become awfully stringent of late. It wouldn't do to be caught unawares. That's why I carried 2 cards, just in case. Oh, though I suppose it's just the one now.
Oh, that is worthy of a save. Alright, we gotta go find the lead scientist. Probably up there in that booth.
Due to the unexpected scale of the Renfail
Hope my speech
modulator,
skills come in handy.
separating it from the ship is impossible. This unit recommends seeking more information about the modulator.
Ah, I was notified that you were here. Though my fellow scientists seemed rather confused as to why. Unsurprisingly. What
I
exactly
love
was
how
it
many
you
voice
needed?
actors.
I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you.
I am so happy that we got so many voice actors from so many other classic RPGs. This is the third or fourth Mass Effect, or Mass Effect and or Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic voice actor. We've had Mass Effect, we've had Knights of the Old Republic, we've had Dragon Age. Like, I love it. I need access to the Rift modulator. Can you help?
Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait.
Well, he's answered this. The IRC has some trouble defining names regarding the routed interrupts. Can you verify them?
The IRC? I did not realize you were a colleague of sorts. We haven't shared much of our findings with your branch, I'm afraid. But our results do match. Raw data from whatever a rift engulfs is preserved, yes, but the essence of a thing is not. Like a sense of self, for example, is lost forever. Further, there is no proof that such data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan is futile, completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind.
A report that contains information concerning Rift modulars, you say?
Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good.
I can be very persuasive, both with words and weapons.
I'm gonna pretend that you did not utter that last part. But if you're even half as confident as you seem, perhaps you can convince the Consul to see reason. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck.
Thank
I
you.
hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead.
Last question. Where is the modulator being operated?
A deck up in the control room. The Consul is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
He said he gave me a key card.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any
Ancient
other
rifts.
secrets.
Well, I'm hoping that's what the DLC is
We are
going to lead
now
us
out of
to
time.
understand. Just remember, there was some math on this ship that appears to not be related to us at our tech.
Our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
All right.
Schematics acquired. However, the information contained here also indicates the existence of rifts beyond where humanity is
I am aware.
This does not compute.
I'm aware.
We'll have to worry about it later. Right now, we should concentrate on finding the Consul.
Rifts beyond the edge of human space. I'm telling you, I have a feeling this time travel or I don't stuff. I'm not understanding all the things. We should probably make a hard save here. curiosity, let's get rid of the sniper rifle. And let's swap it with... .160 rocket pistol. Hang on. I had other rocket pistols, I think, at some point. Rocket magazine size 2. Here it is. Yeah, it's this one. Alright. That let's resave. Alright.
There you are, Commander. What happened? I thought you were looking for the rift modulator. Why does it still look like that out there?
I can't operate without having control of the ship.
That's unacceptable. That complicates matters greatly. What should happen if it's damaged as we seize control from the console?
Read the schematics for the modulator. Worst comes to worst.
So you've learned the art of a good contingency plan, at last. Well done. Did you happen upon anything else that I should know about?
Turns out lots of risks have been detected in space where humanity has never been.
In the deep reaches of space? I suppose that revelation should not come as a surprise.
Why not? What do you know?
Not much more than you. Only that space is vast, and even with our brilliance, we cannot possibly hope to know all the secrets it contains. But
I bet
we will
this
need to
opens the
table
door for
this
the
discovery
DLC.
and its implications for a later time. The console needs dealing with. He may seem open to negotiation, but I would urge caution. If you denounce him or his plan outright, he will not yield. Unless you find his weak spots and chip at those first.
This is going to
The
be an
Earth
interesting...
Directorate Manual encourages the agent to always remember the 3 shuns: negotiation, fabrication, and assassination. When one fails, try another.
The more we debate, the more time we squander. We must and if you've something to say to any of us, Commander?
Nope, we're good to go. We're going to do another hard save here. And no, do not overwrite no return. Overwrite this one. Alright. Let's try this, see what happens.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
The console has initiated a threat display, Commander. Would you like this unit to respond?
You're right on time for the show. In a matter of minutes, I'll be transforming Arcadia for the better, and ridding it forever of trespassers like you.
Did you also claim you were saving the Sovereign when you stabbed him in the back?
Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not?
You're right, he definitely didn't try to kill everyone with a space anomaly.
I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal.
Hang on here. Also, by breaking and entering skills, you really ought to beef up your security, by the way.
Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in.
That's right.
I've been following your progress closely, you know. since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Westport. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again.
Your ship, huh? Could have sworn I saw the Sovereign's name on it.
You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn. Even if he's not here to bask in it.
Then I hope he's ready for disappointment. I never lose.
Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You used the peace talks as a test run for this.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend.
Go ahead and enlighten me.
Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity.
Not created.
We're now writing our path. And I will do my part as the architect intended.
Rifts from beyond human space. I already know the Matriarch didn't invent skip drives. Why is that relevant?
Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our Matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed.
Well, I know you think your plan is the right one, but you'll reconsider if you hear me out.
It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on. Tell me all the ways I'm wrong.
All right.
Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan.
Well, we'll see what speech options I get.
Seeing it carried out.
Oh, what do you mean requirements not met? Required info not applied. Your plan to restore Arcadia will fail horribly.
So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Though it matters not, you've little chance of swaying me. You will not distract me from taking what is owed to us.
Do I not have the... Okay, hang on. Rift modular schematics reports. But you won't be saving this colony. Everything reconstituted it will be brought back wrong.
And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim?
Yeah? Your chief scientist swears... Look at this report from your chief scientist.
I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power.
Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality.
Well, I've seen the Matrix write it. You have no idea what she envisioned.
I will not be lectured by an outsider. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims.
No. Matriarch doubted the Protectorate's survival. She knew pride would be its undoing.
Heresy!
I found her correspondence with the first bishop. She explicitly said she feared the Arcadian experiment would end as all similar projects did before it, in a crumbling heap of hubris.
The Matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of.
What's more, her own son steered Arcadia wrongly. The Matriarch was heartbroken.
What do you mean, steered wrongly? If Reuben was not carrying out her wishes as intended, then the Protectorate have strayed far from the Matriarch's light. But regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now.
This is a really...
All
I
your
feel like I'm
arguments are
taking 3
pure
steps forward,
hearsay.
2 steps back.
It doesn't matter what you bring before me. I stand firm in the knowledge that I am following the grand plan,
Sounds
and that
like
I
you're
will be
debating with a
vindicated.
religious nutjob here. You will not be vindicated if you kill millions of your people, Consul. You can still do the right thing.
And leave the traitors and invaders alive? No! Death is the only way forward. We can only be made pure from the ashes, despite whatever supposed proof you have to the contrary.
If you're wrong, you'll destroy everything you claim to love. Nothing is worth that.
Claim? If you cannot see the truth of my devotion written plain, then now I see why you are against me so. But you are wrong about the risk. We are losing this war. It is inevitable. The victors will brutally subdue us until we become corrupted. Until we forget our principles, our history, the very core of who we are. It is better that we perish together as proud Protectorate, proud Arcadians. Preserving our purity is a mercy. More than that,
Oh, and he's a purity
is it
culture
not
freak as
love?
well. What about faith, Consul? If your people wish to preserve the Predator, they will find a way. Ooh, speech check level 20.
even through extreme hardship and the tyranny of corporatists? Even if every aspect of the framework we've established is torn down around them? No. No. We have raised a stalwart people. Instilled principles of the Protectorate in them from their first breath. Perhaps I must trust that they've taken our teachings to heart. There may yet be other ways to save my beloved Arcadia, but I cannot be the one to see them to their completion. I surrender.
Yeah, buddy.
What? Oh, by the Matriarch. It seems we have a problem. The rift has... well, it has nearly destabilized completely. And the modulator cannot close it in its current state from a safe distance. Destruction of Arcadia is imminent. Architect, help
I
us.
celebrated too soon. Nonsense, there must be a way.
There is. Though, given your tenacity in preventing bloodshed, I don't believe you'll appreciate it. A chance yet remains. We must bring the modulator as close to the rift as possible. However, when the rift folds in on itself, this ship and its operator will not survive.
Sacrifice
Always a
yourself,
catch out
buddy.
there.
I'm not surprised your arrogance put us in this position. Even less surprised that you're now looking around, asking who will suffer to get us out of it.
Let me be clear. I am not placing this burden upon your shoulders. This was my doing. And so it is my responsibility to set things right.
That's right,
I
it
will
is.
give you time to vacate the ship. When you are clear, I will fly it into the rift myself. You are right. Arcadia will find its way without me.
At least you could do. It's the least you could do for saving us from this
Think
mess.
what you wish of me, but this is my responsibility.
I will accompany him and ensure all goes as planned. It's only right that I complete the very mission I came here for.
Absolutely not. You'll probably blow up the ship before it gets to the rift. Alright, then
Thank
go.
you, Commander. Perhaps
I'm
in
gonna
this,
trust her to do the right thing.
I might achieve vindication.
Then it is settled. We will see this work done.
Good job. I've been hankering for some R&R.
Damn right.
Let's get on with it then.
Do I really have to run to get off my ship? I hope that it's an automatic thing. Looks like it's an automatic thing. Cool beans. Commander Zane and Buddy. Here's to a job well done.
In the end, when the consul was faced with the undeniable errors in his logic, he chose to save Arcadia by closing the rift himself. He died hoping his sacrifice might make up for the disastrous decisions he had made. Augustine de Vries did not even have that hope left in her final moments. She knew nothing would make up for her actions. But at least she'd not have to live with her guilt any longer. Thanks to the commander's quick thinking in sparing it from the Vought station's fiery crash, Paradise Island's Fairfield remained a profitable company town for Auntie's Choice. Auntie's Choice assumed control over the day-to-day workings of Matriarch's Mercy, the better to monitor their new colleagues in the Order. The monastery, however, returned to normal operation, tracking the clockwork of the grand plan. The monastery's abbot became a scapegoat for recent tragic events, having not detected Wiley's dastardly schemes. His superiors demoted him, mainly to show their corporatist allies that academics could keep their people in line too. Seer Wiley fled the Order and sought refuge in a backwater Arcadian town to contemplate his failings. As word of the ex-seer's arrival spread, people lined up for predictions. Forsaking the math that failed him, he offered obvious yet effective advice instead. Val continued to serve the commander of the Incognito faithfully, for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Despite Inez's efforts, the grafting program was restarted by a backstabbing anti-VP toward the end of the war. Inez appealed to anyone in Auntie's Choice who would listen to shut the cruel project down. Her pleas went unheeded.
That's because I didn't have the
Houston never
hacking.
uncovered who actually killed the Supreme Arbiter, a failing that chipped away at his ability to arbitrate. His once promising calling eventually ended with him stripped of rank, programming menial automechanicals somewhere deep within the husk of Protectorate society. After thoughtful cogitation and calculation, Marisol slowly began to reject violence as the sole method for eliminating random variables. Not coincidentally, her social calendar began filling up.
That's
After
funny.
Alpha disbanded the Glorious Dawn, its members quietly tried to resume lives forever disrupted by the Arcadian conflict. As the cult's murderous legacy faded, average colonist life expectancy increased by 0.23%. With the modulator schematics shared as joint intellectual property, Auntie's Choice and the Order's partnership remained steady, despite the need for constant compromise. For a time, the Arcadia colony thrived, Unable to acquire the chemicals needed for the process, Ruth Bassar nevertheless attempted to interface with the archive and died immediately. Her successor banned any future interfacing attempts and led the Order in a much more cautious direction, delaying their progress for at least a century. Adrift without firm leadership, Protectorate subjects struggled with post-war life. A small band of hardliners collaborated to preserve their society in the face of Arcadia's new leadership. When Sovereign Varric was discovered in mental refreshment, the Order and Auntie's Choice bickered over what to do with him. They ultimately decided to announce his death, while letting him live the rest of his addled days behind closed doors aboard the undisputed claim. Until one day, Amos stumbled upon the Sovereign's private quarters and freed him, rocking the colony with a brief scandal. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. The release of the skip drive schematics to the public domain resulted in new and exciting opportunities for independent manufacturers. However, unchecked use of the drives would ultimately lead to an even greater proliferation of rifts, once again imperiling the galaxy. Fortunately, the Order stepped in. Leveraging their partnership with Auntie's Choice, the Order sold rift modulators to all skip drive manufacturers for a modest price, thus preventing another outbreak of rifts, while Auntie's Choice made a tidy profit. The rift compromise between the Order and Auntie's Choice led to prioritized assistance for the colonies that agreed to favorable trading terms. The so-called Auntie's Loyalty Program tripled the corporation's net worth. Meanwhile, the Order was able to sermonize their version of scientism alongside Auntie's marketing and PR onslaught, at least to colonies in Auntie's Loyalty Program. Many outside died because their rifts weren't closed in time. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent.
That's me.
And their unique way of navigating Arcadia. Its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
And that is a wrap on The Outer Worlds 2, everybody. Completed it on normal difficulty. I think we were around 50 hours. I'm gonna go check. I don't know how close we got to 50. I'm gonna go look right now at the stream time. I've got some steaks thawed out. We're gonna have steak and eggs for breakfast here in a little bit. Can't wait. All right, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 49, 50, 51. 51 hours. So I wrapped 51 hours for my playthrough. There were still side quests left to do. And I'm pretty sure I can go back and, because they gave me a hard save. So you could go back and do other side quests. So I'd anticipate that's, 55 hours probably for a completionist run on normal difficulty, because there weren't that many side quests left for me to finish. I wonder what this says. What the Moon Man says.
I'm to see you playing ball with Ruth Bassar. They say the enemy of my enemy is worth exploiting for strategic leverage.
Yeah, so that just essentially just lets me go back in and pick up at the point of no return save. So if I did all the side quests, that would be like 55 hours, I think. Is it a fun game? Well, I'm about to go record my final review, and you can find out later, JK. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Is it worth it, Renfail? Should I play it if I played the first one? What if I didn't play the first one? I found the first one boring. Am I going to like the second one? Is it like Starfield? Is it like No Man's Sky? Is it like Fallout? Is it like Fallout New Vegas? Is it better than Fallout New Vegas? Oh my god! I had fun. I am going to go record my final review, which will be out later today. It is Friday, October 31st. We're going to be doing a fun weekend. We've got, over the weekend, we're going to jump back into Starfield and continue our Watchtower playthrough. I've got Painkiller, which we're going to be checking out over the next couple of days on a key from Saber Interactive. That's going to be this afternoon and then over the next couple of days. And then Monday, Voyagers of Nera has a new patch out with full controller support, a solo boat to fly around on, and I'm going to create a new character from scratch and check out all the new changes to their early access game. If you haven't watched my previous coverage on Voyagers of Nera, I totally would recommend it because we're going to be diving back on Monday. And it also means that our Fallout 76 deep dive and our Elder Scrolls Online deep dives will also be starting next week. I did a member video for our channel members on YouTube last night, which gives more insight into what I think the schedule is going to be like for the Fallout and Elder Scrolls Online playthrough. So if you're a channel member on YouTube, check that out. And for those of you watching on Twitch and TikTok and Kick right now, we're not doing TikTok this morning, I forgot. Kick and Twitch. Get over to YouTube because the review for this is going to be live later on today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. That's another one wrapped. On to the next.